Are we in the money or what?
We're money.
We're money.
You're
Oh.
Man,
Today.
this movie, we haven't seen it in a couple years.
It's been a long time.
And it hits.
And this is Nick's first time watching it.
movie
And
is
the movie that we watched today, and it was a perfect day to watch it.
Yeah.
Swingers, 1996.
John
Favreau. Vince Vaughn. Directed by Doug Liman.
Who's Doug Liman? Nobody knows. But
I don't know.
I don't know.
But it's important to call him out.
Yeah, it's a good movie. Good movie.
It's a great movie.
Yeah.
Not bad. Not bad.
All right, guys. This is Four Guys.
One film.
What do we even say about it?
I just want to say baby and money. That's all
Yeah,
I
that's
want to talk about.
Your baby, man.
There's like no line in it that really comes out other than just those words.
I wonder if somebody like actually did like a counter of how many times Vince Vaughn said money and baby.
This should be like a drinking game for that.
Oh, dude, you'd get fucked up.
But Vince Vaughn was throwing him out like left and right in the beginning.
Oh my god! In Vegas alone, he said it at least 100 times.
But you know what? I feel like it didn't come off cheesy when he said it. It made sense, didn't it?
You know, it's one of those things where I feel like if it was any less saturated, it would have been cheesy. Like if it was any more saturated, it would have been way too overdone.
Yeah.
I don't know why it was.
I think it works because it's part of his persona. It's not like it wasn't something he was trying to do because he was trying to be cool. No, he genuinely just did it like a weirdo.
Yeah,
that's Vince Vaughn in the '90s, just playboy, fucking straight up.
It really is
Bachelor.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Plus, it was endearing as fuck because the entire time he's also trying to like hype up his friend that he cares about.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
he's been a really good wingman, a really good buddy.
Yeah.
Not something you often see in these types of situations.
Yeah, he's acting like a sleazeball, but he's saying things that are like, "No, baby, you've been money the whole time."
Yeah.
I'm just trying to
He's
hype
very
his friend
supportive.
up.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it's not like 40-year-old virgin. Virgin. So it's like in that one, he's being a douchebag to fucking Michael Scott. Like he's literally like kind of like, you don't know shit. Like let me teach you,
You
the
mean
way.
Steve Carell?
Yeah, Stephen Carell. I said Michael Scott, dude. Come
Everybody
on.
knows Michael
You don't
Scott.
fucking know Michael Scott? Jesus Christ.
Baby.
Yeah, no, but Ryan Gosling is being a douchebag in that, and he's basically like, yeah, I'll fucking show you, like, you know, the ropes. But in this, he's being like endearing. He's
Why are
like,
you
"No,
talking
I
about
got
like 3 different movies, man?
Yeah, bro, you
I know, right?
went 40-year-old virgin, and you quickly changed to Crazy Stupid Love.
Yeah,
without
that's
saying
Crazy
anything.
Stupid Love, right?
Oh no, wait, am I thinking about the wrong movie?
You talking about like 4 different movies.
The Office, Crazy
No,
Stupid Love.
it's Crazy.
You know what?
40-year-old
Whichever-
virgin.
I was gonna tell you were money, baby, and you still money, baby.
Nah, I love it.
Oh,
there. All right, thank you.
He's like 50 cents. So.
Maybe we should talk about what the movie is, right? It's so simple. It's just Jon Favreau's character, Mike, is like 6 months post split from his girl.
That he's regretting.
Yeah, that he's regretting, and his buddy Trent, played by Vince Vaughn, is like, "Yo, baby, your money.
Like, stop being a fucking whack
Quit
ass.
being a bitch. Let's
So,
go out here. Let's meet some.
He's literally
honeys."
going through a fucking breakup, and all the guys are basically like, "Fucking suck it up."
Yeah.
But what's
Go meet
crazy
people.
too is the revelation, like towards the end, that he's the one who left his girl.
No, yeah, I didn't
I was
get
like,
that.
wait,
Yeah.
what?
I was
So
like,
I
why
mean,
is he so down in the dumps?
yeah, because I think he's depressed at the fact that he's not where he thought he'd be in LA, and so because he's not where he thought he'd be, he's like, "Fuck, I left her for this, and now I'm starting to."
It's
feel
not working out.
But
Yeah,
he's
it's not
money,
working out.
baby.
Yeah.
It's money.
Yeah.
and he doesn't even know it.
Isn't this like a very feel good movie? Like
Yeah.
I'm going through it and I feel bad for him, but then it just I like to see where he
Wait. You did not feel bad for him.
I
Well,
totally did. There were some
briefly,
scenes in there that were
yeah.
fucking cringy.
No, I didn't
Oh
feel
my
bad. I'm not gonna lie.
God.
That scene with Nikki, bro.
Well, once
I
it
was
got
ready
to that point, it was
Yeah.
pretty pathetic.
I could not.
Yeah.
He cock blocked Vince Vaughn one too many times.
Well, himself, bro. 6 voicemails back to back.
I
Girl
feel like it
answers
was
says,
8
"Don't
or
ever call
something.
me."
He's like, you're a fucking creep. You know what? She's right. That dude was a creep.
Well, there's a couple things in this movie, that I learned. Where when you're playing whatever card game they were playing in Vegas,
You doubled down.
you double down on 11.
You do.
But he doubled down and he still lost.
because he wasn't money then.
Yeah.
At least not
Right.
in his own.
He
head.
didn't start off as
He
money.
was money, but
But
he
you
didn't
don't
know
win.
he was money.
It's not about winning every single time. It's about the possibility of
Right.
the odds being in your
Yeah.
favor.
and he didn't get anything.
George, you
off.
sound like a degenerate fucking gambler.
I was gonna say this is where
Maybe
the
he was.
listeners play. Guess who the gambler in the group is?
right.
I don't even play blackjack. I'm telling you.
you play the game of life,
But I
though,
played
George.
21.
I love poker. Poker's good.
I'll fuck you guys up at poker.
I've never played
You can
poker.
host a poker
Oh,
night.
dude.
No, yeah, but you gotta double down, dude.
Yeah,
Double down on 11, no matter what. Any game?
No, dude, you roll. You know what? Best game, crabs.
Dude, that's like the fucking worst game to play.
The odds are so much better in your favor.
They're not
compared to the rest of the fucking casino and all those games.
It's the worst odds. Statistically, it's the worst odds.
No, if you don't know how to play, then play like a jackass.
I fucked up. Now,
it's so hard to cover the spread.
These are degenerative gamblers.
They're still watching.
We're off topic here. Off topic.
Babies, please.
Come on, baby.
That or Baccarat.
Yeah. Baccarat's fucking stupid,
fellas.
Though. Nah, it's 50-50.
Swingers. 1996.
Yes.
Okay.
Most of us were born in this room.
Most of us.
Yeah. Some of us were.
This little guy over here, a few months after us. Yeah. Just a few.
You're 97.
Jokes on them. They don't know who you were pointing at.
The guy with
Nick,
beard.
your voice said it all.
He's like, you don't know what guy you're talking about.
I'm money, baby.
He's the baby.
But
baby. what I also like about this movie is that I feel like it kind of captures an era of LA that I don't know. It's kind of nice because this is what, like 20
this is
something
a time
years
where I
ago.
would actually fucking go to LA.
Yeah, like it seemed cool.
Every time I go with my girlfriend and her friends out who live there, I fucking hate it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, I wait in so much 30 traffic.
Years ago.
I know.
It's crazy.
Don't age us. Don't.
I know you said 20 something, and I'm like,
I don't want to say that.
I don't
want to
say, dog. It's painful. It's a long time. No, but it's crazy because like even one of the scenes where Isaac was commenting like, "Yo, all these motherfuckers drove their own car." Like that doesn't even make sense.
No, wait. No. I know who said it made perfect.
No, yeah, he's the one that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You guys are like, fuck, what am I doing?
It was Nick. It was Nick.
That's not the point, but like, it's like you can't do that.
Come on, baby.
You can.
In LA right now, good luck finding fucking parking anywhere with
It's called you fucking pay parking, you cheap fuck.
Did it look like these fucking guys had any money? This guy was sleeping on the ground with no mattress.
Back then, you didn't have to pay for fucking parking. I'm talking about you cheap fucks.
No, look. All I'm saying is that's something that
you won't pay more than $10.
You can't really get away with nowadays. So
it's ridiculous.
It doesn't capture a certain type of LA that it's like it's no longer that.
Yeah. But so the reason I chose Swing because originally I wanted to watch To Live and Die in L.A. By William Friedkin, but I decided to do Swingers because there's this cool podcast out there who they put on like the movie commentaries as their episodes, and so I was listening to Swingers and dude, this movie was made on like a very low budget, like just a couple mil.
Let me look it up.
Yeah, look it up. I know you love looking at those numbers.
I'm a numbers guy.
Yeah,
pull it up, Gator.
And the story and the situation was very much what their lives were at the time. I think just struggling actors trying to make it through, and so they really pulled some strings to get this movie made.
I mean, they did a lot.
According to the internet, the budget was $200,000 to $250,000.
Really?
Wow.
There's no way.
That's insane.
I thought it was at least $2 million.
Nope. Box office hit 4.6 million, which is pretty good.
Wow, that's
dude. They made a return.
4?
Yeah.
That's money.
That's money.
That's money.
Hey man, like if you're Vince
16
Vaughn,
times their original investment. What the fuck?
Yeah. This was Heather Graham too before any of her Boogie?
I think that was before Boogie Nights.
Boogie Nights,
and I wonder if at this point she was already in Twin Peaks.
So I mean, that's what's cool too is you just see like Jon Favreau taking off, Vince Vaughn.
Oh man, she went on a fucking tear after this. She did Boogie Nights, then Austin Powers, and then she did.
And then that's it.
And then Killing Me Softly.
Wow. Oh, that was many years later, though.
No, it was in 2000. It was literally like 2 years after our Austin Powers.
Oh, I'm thinking Killing Them Softly with Brad Pitt.
Oh, no,
that's
a different
one.
Kind of
and then she did The Hangover.
Oh, she was in The Hangover.
Oh, yeah.
And then she did 3 movies this year.
And you know what? She really stands out, even though she was only in like 10 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, she did a great job. I mean, she played an exact like female version of Mike, which was cool. Yeah. So, I mean, getting to see kind of like that I mean, I guess how would you phrase it? Like there's a little bit of a like peaceful like resolution in the end where he's no longer trying to make himself money, quote unquote, and like make himself something that he's not, and now he's actually finding someone who can appreciate and who can vibe with him, with the exact person he is. That's what I liked about the whole idea of his friends calling him money. It's like, dude, you don't have to fucking be us,
buddy. Mike, you've been looking for the money when the money's been in you all along.
I'm in you right now.
You are money.
Hey,
man,
you're
listening.
But you know what this movie teaches, man? You just gotta have a little bit of self-confidence.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's all it is, man.
Yeah,
it's all it takes. I mean, you know what was I loved a lot of like the homosexual scenes and shit.
Tons of it.
Yeah, because I'm a big proponent of homosexuality.
Let's talk about the scene where like the dudes are about to fuck up in the alleyway and they're becoming their homies.
Where he pulls out the gun.
Yeah.
Fucking Sue, bro.
Bro, it's because he grew up in the fucking streets
he
of
grew up.
LA.
Anaheim. He grew up Anaheim. Oh man, yeah, what a call out, Anaheim. Yeah.
He's like Anaheim,
and he's like, motherfucker, you're not living in Compton. Like you don't got.
It's like, bro, I got to protect my rep.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people like that out here. I'm not gonna name any people.
Right. George.
Okay, coming from Gator over here.
Hey, yo,
I didn't say anything, but
I'll fuck you, George.
But it was a good scene though to show that, like, number one, like these guys are willing to fucking get to a point where they get mad at each other. Where Sue fucking did some dirty ass shit, calling out Mike like that.
Sue was kind of a greasy fuck.
Going back to Heather Graham, she has a good list of movies that she's done. Dude. No, not
my man is in love.
No. But like,
hey, I don't blame you.
She did Drugstore Cowboys in 1989.
Oh shit, we watched Drugstore.
We did watch that. Yeah,
dude, that was a great movie.
Oh fuck, I forgot she was in that. Man,
I'm looking at her. She has a pretty decent list of movies she's done.
The repertoire.
Yeah.
I did hear she had a tough time after Boogie Nights though.
Yeah, I could see
because it kind of shattered her like nice girl image.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And so that wrecked it for a
especially back then. Like nowadays, like using your sexuality is like a form of empowerment.
Look at that one bitch. What's her fucking name?
Not me saying female empowerment. And she's like, yeah, that bitch over there. We're cutting the shit out of this, bro.
What's her?
I'll leave it in. I'll leave it in.
No, the fucking. The chick that played the fucking what's her fucking name? She was in the movie with like Harry Styles.
That was intentional.
Florence Pugh.
There you go, that bitch. All she did is show a titty, man.
Oh, and Oppenheimer.
And she just keeps showing her titty like in every fucking movie. That's all she does now.
Hey man, like I'm not mad about it. Like
I don't know, man. That's a sad titty.
I think I'm gonna have to cut that out.
Oh man, why you gotta keep that in?
Come on, man.
You can keep that
You're a business owner,
buddy.
Oh
my god,
they're not gonna find
that is not money, baby.
That was way too natural, buddy.
That wasn't money. Yeah,
they're gonna be like, this guy's a piece of shit.
It's like Nick's like, it's all about women. So anyway,
yeah, no, seriously, I was just like,
okay, wait. God. But like, I like the way that Mike. Okay, and you know, as he progresses, as he's meeting these women, okay, he starts off very fake, like, oh yeah, dude, I got an agent, and then he's like, oh no, it's too complicated for you, and she's like, okay, what kind of agent you got on the West Coast? He's like, oh, and then the second girl, he's like, oh yeah, I'm also you know, I'm pretty successful, and she's like, no, you just came in for a job application. So like every girl, he's trying to be somebody who he's not.
He was just never himself.
But as he progresses, I think he's trying to be a bit more him.
But the thing is, like, you know, I think it's something that like that's very good toward like trying to meet women, just being honest.
Yeah, exactly.
And like if you get caught in a lie, that's like a total turnoff.
That's the worst. Yeah. I mean, and he went from trying too hard to like being a little self-deprecating and being a little like flirtatious in like the teasing. Like he wasn't afraid to talk to Lorraine with a little bit of attitude back.
Oh yeah,
and that's a big proponent. You know what I'm saying?
Very much like Trent. You know, he's
exactly.
learning.
And then you also think about the fact that going back to what Sue said to him. I mean, it wasn't like Sue was wrong. You know, and like he even said it like when they finally got back together, and when funny enough, all the fucking guys that he threatened with a gun were at the apartment, chilling at the fucking playing hockey and shit. But it was funny though to hear that he was actually like. Enough aware of his situation. He's like, no, I mean, I had to hear it. You did have to bust my balls. I had to know. And I should have known better too. And even trying to prove himself, he fucking calls Nikki all those times that night. That was fucking embarrassing.
See, you know, I like that on another aspect because I feel like us guys, you know, guys fight, but then I feel, you know, the next day it's like, dude, you guys are homies again. It's like whatever, nothing really happened. And I think that goes back to what you were saying about the whole, you know, the homosexual aspect of it. It's just we're all friends here.
I don't think that's what it is, man. I think we just get over it. Like
that's what I'm saying.
That's not has something to do with homosexual.
Yeah, because we're buddies, man.
Has everything to do with
because we love each other.
I don't know.
You gonna tell me no?
Like I love you and everything, but like
you're not sounding very money right now.
You're not money, man.
Hey, so babies.
Look. I'll get over it. I'll get over it. We'll be fine tomorrow. Yeah.
Hey, that is what Mike said though. He's like, our friendship will be stronger for this.
Yes,
and that's the truth. I mean, I agree with your point completely. That at the end of the day, you know, I've had arguments with people in this room, and whether they were larger or not, you can come back together. When
I've never had an argument with you.
I'm saying people. I didn't say
people
you.
in this
room.
room.
I don't know, man. I felt attacked. You could just say Alexis.
What? Because you're brown?
Yeah.
No, well, I'm too.
You're white brown, dude.
I'm light brown.
You're not even light, brother.
Hey, they like light skinned, okay?
That's true though. That's a fact. But getting back to the movie,
Swingers.
this this name did not age well. I don't think.
Yeah, what was the purpose?
I think
how many people do you think have looked up Swingers and accidentally watched this film? Like, fuck me, this is
no,
what
this
I wanted.
is not. Yeah,
dude, that's probably why the movie did so bad. Technically, like only like 4.5 million. I think it could have done way better.
I mean, this was a very indie film.
This did fantastic.
Yeah,
no, I know, but I'm just saying if it had like a better name, because I'm like, you go see Swingers at the movies. I don't know.
They got all the creep fucks that wanted to.
Yeah, honestly, I am still fucking confused at the name of the movie.
I think it's because they dance at the end to the jazz.
Maybe,
but
Yeah,
it's
they
just
did
him
that.
though. It's just Mike. It's not Trent.
Maybe it's just supposed to be like for bachelors.
Yeah,
trying
They're
to
just swinging around.
Just trying to
I don't know,
find,
man. In the
like,
90s, I think that was already a very
Bachelors
common
and
term.
single.
Like swinging was a thing already.
I don't know.
I don't know, but that name
Yeah,
did
but
not.
that movie's not about swinging.
No.
Like
I'm
swing
telling you right now, I'm pretty sure there's some dude out there's like, I'm going to the theaters and jerk one on. I was like,
Oh shit, Swingers. Sign me up.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the day, he's like, dude, I
saw
wish
a
I had
great
friends
movie.
like that. I saw a great movie. I feel good about myself. You know, I'm gonna be a better person.
He's like, I should move on
Yeah.
from my relationship
Exactly.
that I have that's holding me back.
Exactly.
Yeah, and you know, I really like that kind of, I guess, kind of like homemade aspect of the film. Like it just really is, because like I said, I was listening to the commentary and they said like all of this is just stuff that happened to us. Like Jon Favreau and Vince Vaughn were buddies, and every time they would go out, all the ladies would go to Vince, and Favreau would just be on the side.
I mean,
you know?
look at Vince, bro. Come on.
Vince,
look
he
at
was
that.
money. He was
96?
money.
Yeah.
Bro. He was money.
He's
he
money,
had a
baby.
forehead though.
This is before the beer gut,
Hey,
though.
brother. You know what they say? As big as your forehead is, that's the size of your penis.
Really?
Yeah, that's why mine is so small.
Wow.
You learned something new.
Every day.
Yeah.
Why you look straight at me? I'm like, hold on.
What are you guys talking?
I was just kidding.
Yeah,
by the way.
foreheads. Yeah, I got.
I saw more of a receding hairline than a forehead.
Yeah, all of a sudden,
Hey,
Alexis
hey.
is like, hopefully my shit
Holy
recedes soon.
shit.
Damn.
He's like, those hair tonics have been working too good.
I gotta put the oils in there.
But no, this a lot of the chill and easygoing aspect of this. I loved the casual conversations. I really am into movies that start doing that. I also loved like the little conversations about other movies, like the reference to like Tarantino films, and like the
Oh
little
yeah,
jab,
he's like, bro, he's so
to
derivative.
Scorsese and
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah,
and then
He's like, he's copying others.
He's copy Scorsese.
and then they do the slow-mo walk. Like it's just, it gives off major indie vibes, major just like
Yeah.
fuck
Yeah, then
it.
the slow mo is horrendous. The fucking frame rate is like.
It's just pictures stacked.
Dude,
on
we
each
could
other.
have filmed
one frame.
We could have filmed this on an iPhone better.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know.
Well, I mean, yeah, absolutely,
Yeah.
you could have.
And that's the thing, like, you know, let's say if we were to set out and make a movie, I feel like it would be something like this. You know, like this is.
You know what?
this is
I
the
don't
kind
think
of
so,
vibe.
man.
No, but this is the kind of story that I mean,
Alright.
I don't necessarily relate to
I think
one-on-one.
we're talking
but
about like production wise. I'm like production wise, dude, do a
No,
lot
no, no.
better.
I think
Oh,
we're
no,
saying
no.
more like.
this
like
guy. Hey man,
the
we ain't talking about
dialogue.
money. We're talking about money.
We
okay?
are money, baby.
No, I could see us definitely do something like that where it's like it's literally just dialogue. It's us giving homage to other movies.
It's like they're
and just
also
kinda-
they also really like film. You know, you
and
can
then it
tell.
also relates to our lives and what we've done and like all that. I can see that.
And that's what's cool is that this kind of story is very universal, right? Like we've all been there, down in the dumps.
Can I tell you something though? These guys had a lot of confidence, and I appreciated it.
They did, didn't they? Especially Vince Vaughn.
But he was pulling it in though. He was pulling. He was money, man.
Well,
That's why he took his. He was trying to take his own car every single fucking time.
because he knew.
He knew.
He knew.
was
You don't share a ride with a guy if you're money.
Yeah, exactly. Nick, I need you to talk more. Can you please talk more?
I've been just saying baby and money this entire time. That's all I
You're
want to
just like,
say.
You're
baby.
just like Trent.
Somebody's
you're
got to
just
say
like T.
baby. Somebody's got to say money. And if you guys aren't saying baby and money, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
All right.
No, that's
We,
good
we
point.
got to keep
Good
it going.
point.
You know what? I'm going to call like I said, I have an interview. We're calling him baby.
All right.
I'm going to fucking lose
Tomorrow. And at the end of the interview, you're gonna be like,
That
baby,
was money.
baby.
Hey, that
was that money or what?
Was that money or what?
When did we originally watch this film? Like, how long ago has it been?
Oh.
That was like 2015. Man.
This must have
Yeah.
been like after Nick was there. This was after.
I think we were 19, probably.
Yeah.
Like,
We were in college. We were all in college.
I was
When
in
George was in college? Holy shit.
dude, we
yeah,
were
George
19
was at school.
Bro, I dropped out like after 3 years, right?
Oh shit!
Such a
Hey, you
dick,
said
dude.
it, man.
It was
You
like
said
2, Dick.
No, it was 2.5. But hey, bitch, I had to pay for the last semester of my fucking college.
And I
career,
did it,
okay?
asshole.
Out of
He
pocket,
did
bro. I pulled out a personal loan, not even a student loan. That shit was not worth it.
That's because you fucked up at school, though.
No, I fucked up. So
Damn, George literally had no money.
They took my FAFSA, dude.
He was not money.
He was not
money
money at all.
What?
He's money now, but
no,
Nah,
I think
not back then.
I don't remember if my grades are too bad or just I didn't apply on time or whatever.
Sounds
and
like
it was
both.
just
you're gonna have to cut this out
I'm
too.
gonna have to
It
cut
must
this
have been a
out.
little
This
bit
is
of
too
both.
much personal information. Has nothing to do with the
Yeah,
film.
remove
No,
the,
no,
the
no.
interview shit too.
That's just in case they.
yeah, just in case.
Well, I won't post this for another month or something.
Well, still,
No, dude, leave it all in, bro.
Okay, I'll leave it all in.
Leave it-
Raw.
leave it be.
Raw.
please no.
It's not like you said anything, Brad.
No, but yeah, I remember when we first
Still.
watched this film,
Mhm.
we literally kept saying that's money, baby,
Yeah.
for like over a year. I remember that distinctly. I remember that more than I do the movie, actually.
But you know what?
Nigga with text is just money and baby, man.
Yeah,
Bro.
that's all he would.
But you know what's kind of frustrating though is I've been trying to do that this whole time, and it honestly seems like an art form how Vince Vaughn did it, because he's just
Yeah.
like
It doesn't flow, dude. It doesn't
it's
flow
flowing
unless,
so
like, the way he
easily
does
with
it, it's something.
I think the thing is that he would actually probably use it in his day-to-day life. Like
He
these
pretty-
were his
had to.
catchphrases:
The thing
babies
is-
and money.
I feel like he says it in every movie too.
Does he?
I think he does, man.
We're gonna have to watch more Vince
he's
Vaughn.
like, baby, don't be like that, baby. Like he literally would do it twice in one fucking sentence, and you're like, huh? What the fuck?
What?
Or where he would say some shit where like it doesn't even make sense in the context of the conversation. He's like, come on, we gotta go out and see the babies, and then you're just like, what the fuck?
What
did
are you talking
say?
about?
It doesn't like, all right,
Bro,
fuck
he
it.
said some out of pocket shit. Like when he stood up in the diner, he's like, "I'm okay. You want me to ask? Fine. Where are all the high school girls at?"
Oh,
Like,
I know.
I was like, "What the fuck?"
I mean, he was drunk.
But that's the funny thing is I like because it wasn't like just comedy for comedy's sake. That's something you can imagine like busting your friend's balls with, like trying to
Oh,
get them in
yeah.
trouble, like at a fucking diner saying some out of pocket shit.
Oh
You know
yeah,
what I mean? Like,
same
it-
thing with like. I mean, that was almost like all the fucking scenes,
Yeah.
like where they're getting takeout, and then he's over there moaning in the background. He's like, "Let him in."
Exactly.
Have
Like
him
playing
join the party, and
like
then you're
being
like,
a young guy playing the penis game and shit like that.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, like
just
when I
doing
walkie
whatever
talkie your wife, and
Oh my god.
Dude, she was
You
like,
and your
he's
mom.
like, I'm at work.
I know. I'm sorry. But yeah, and it's nice to see that kind of relationship where you're kind of like riffing on each other, just giving her,
But
each other shit.
It's realistic. Like
Exactly,
it's
it's
some shit
realistic.
that we would do in like
And
in the garage.
It's not like in other films where they try to show you that you're close by, I don't know, having deep conversations or
or like
some
super
shit.
bonding moments.
Yeah,
I'm
like no, like we just fuck around. That's
You
what a
shoot
real
the shit.
relationship
Yeah,
is.
that it's more realistic because it's not pretentious. It's like, oh, he's being a fucking jackass.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
and
but
on
that's
top
a
of that,
real,
This
yeah.
film, because of the low budget, like you get to watch enough like normal interactions, like even them just fucking playing video games, where those moments don't seem disingenuous. Like they're fucking just trying to make you feel some type of way. It's like no, it's natural.
Yeah, that scene where he just puts the fucking friend in the chokehold.
He's like, you
I'm
want to
like,
kiss
that's
me?
realistic.
Don't you? You want to kiss
I've
me?
seen my friends do
Yeah.
some shit like that, like
on the floor
every single time they're playing fucking
Yeah.
video games.
shit, I
or
used to
watching
do that to
football.
George all the time.
all the time.
Yeah, it's because I'd spank him on Mario Kart and he just couldn't.
Oh my god.
Bullshit! You have never beat me at a
Alright,
Mario Kart game.
That's it. You guys got to kiss.
Kiss.
All right, it's okay, baby.
Wow,
I
that
forgive you.
happened.
That
actually
was money,
happened.
baby.
That's money, baby.
Dude, you have never beat me at Mario Party or Mario Kart.
Now, is there any scene in particular for you guys where you're like, oh yeah, like I've been there?
I think honestly, when he gets his Riz back,
When he gets his what?
When
His
he becomes
Riz.
the Rizzler,
yeah, when he becomes a Riz, and everybody's like, it's on.
the wonderful Wizard of Oz.
Oh,
Yeah.
at the end where he's
Yeah.
just like crying, where Trent is watching Mike
Yeah,
just win.
just win. He's winning, man. You know,
Mm.
we've all been there. Well, Alexis hasn't. He's been fucking married forever. So that
If anything, I've been
Hey,
winning.
baby, why you gotta put our boy down? He's money,
Hey,
baby.
Hey,
money.
I was money
That's all I'm
before
saying,
any
he's
of you
money,
guys.
okay?
Thank you, babies.
He's high on equity. Goddamn it!
Yeah, Alexis is the ultimate fucking.
I'm the first
he's,
one
He's
here.
ultimate money,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
What are you talking
Yeah.
about? He
George,
beat us to the punch. You know,
Real quick.
one
Real
and done.
But no, for me, I mean, I guess a scene where you're saying like I identify with it, or you're seeing like a scene I just liked.
I guess you could do both because there aren't situations in the movie where I've been like, you know, I haven't really interacted with too
Yeah.
many women like that.
Because my favorite scene, I think, or one of the coolest ones for me was when they were in the RV or whatever. And
Oh,
you're
yeah.
just watching, you know, him slowly get these girls like to wind down. Like he's being the perfect wingman because he's getting his own girl like ready, and he's also preparing Mikey's. And then when Trent walks away, and you're like, "Damn,
fucks
there
it
you
up.
go, Mikey's sealing the deal."
Mhm.
And to have that angle perfect, and he's just fucking talking about his girl, and then you just see Trent slowly dying as he comes out. And then he really fucking starts dying when they both stand up and try to hug him because he's like,
it's like
he
really.
Again, this was like the perfect like, dude, you're so fucking money. Like he doesn't realize that he probably could have been like, can you guys just console me in the room, real quick? And they probably would have done something with him. But no, he really is just so lost in his fucking sauce that he has no idea like how much charisma he truly has.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah. I think that's funny also because it's like it's in the moments where he's being genuine that things work out in his favor. It's whenever he's trying to be somebody that it's not. Yeah. That it's like, the reason that you can't move on is because you're fucking being disingenuous to yourself. Like,
you know what's crazy, dude? Vince Vaughn is like the perfect best friend.
He is.
If you think about it.
Explain. Expound.
Describing. Dude, the reason I think he's like the perfect best friend, man, like you see your dick of a friend being in the dumps for like 6 months. He's trying consistently.
I know he's trying to bring him out. He's
he took him to Vegas on a $300 budget. Jesus Christ!
Oh my God.
And he drove.
He drove
and didn't bitch the entire time.
Yeah, he didn't give up on him, which is really crazy.
And Mike consistently blocked him every time.
Mm-hmm. But he never got mad. Trent, Big T never got mad. He just rolled with it.
Yeah, and then also when that other fucking guy, fucking greaser, he was being a fucking dick.
The one night that
he's
they
just
hang
like,
out
he's like, shut the fuck up. Don't be talking to him right now. He's in the fucking down in the dumps. Why the fuck would you make it worse? So that's a good friend. Yeah, that's a good friend.
A lot of those scenes with Trent, I agree with you. Yeah. He was great. But I mean, I think for me, relating wise, scene. I mean, I can see. I think we've all been at the scene where you start going back through your memorabilia and shit of like a hard breakup or a difficult situation,
100%.
Something past that that hurt and shit like that. But I definitely can't fucking relate with the scene where he's calling 6 times.
Oh my God, that was so pathetic.
Dude, I was visibly upset.
That was hard to watch.
Hurt to see. That was like.
All right, George. What do you where do you relate on?
I plead the fifth on this.
No, you gotta fucking say something.
I wanted to stick to that scene though about the answering machine because. Is that something that can still happen today?
Oh, dude, for sure. George called Ariel 30 times, dude.
Well, luckily, here's the thing, though. I mean, I feel like it was made a whole lot worse because he genuinely was fucked by the answering machine multiple times. Like, I'd like to think that if maybe on the first or second one he would have been able to get the whole thing out, he would have stopped.
See, but here's the thing. He's not following the rule of waiting 2 days.
You gotta wait 2 days, baby.
100% he fucked up.
Yeah.
But nowadays, to be honest, there are some girls who mention, or even guys too, and they're like, no, I don't fuck with that whole I gotta seem like a playboy. I gotta seem disinterested.
It's the 90s.
Like the 90s, they needed to. But nowadays, when we're talking about if it would
even back then, I think that's kind of ridiculous because it's like you honestly don't have to follow any general rules like that because that's stupid. Every situation is different, and depending on the kind of chemistry that you had with this person when you met, it could absolutely not fucking matter. You could hit them up right away and they'll be cool with it, depending on how it was.
But I think it's different nowadays because we got texts. It's different when you physically call a chick. After that you wait 2 days. But if you're texting back, because nowadays if you even go out with somebody, you have to text them. You have to kind of coerce them into.
That's true.
So I think it's different.
Well, here's the thing too. The dating scene back then was simpler, but I feel more difficult because. To talk.
Really?
Wait.
It's a lot more big of a commitment. I feel
like. Dude, commitment would have killed it in the 90s.
Look. Nowadays, you meet somebody, you're like, oh yeah, what's your Insta, this and that, right? I'm assuming, right? I'm assuming. I've been dating.
Whatever.
But
that was a money excuse right there. That excuse was money.
Thank you, babies. But you look at the Instagram, you see their whole life, and you can kind of figure out what kind of person they are through that, right? Back then, you meet somebody, you don't really know who they are. You just exchange the number. Are they going to call? But I don't know.
I'll tell you why it's easier. But see, you had certain courtesy rules that you'd wait 2 days to not look like a fucking creeper.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. There were rules.
I can see that.
So it's a little bit easier when you got okay, this is what you need to do. So this is common practice, this is standards compared to today where you have everything to your disposal right away. Especially if they're a person that's that posts once a month and you see their fucking lives. That's a little bit. And that's why you have to be a little bit more. I think it's a little bit harder because if you can gauge somebody right off the rip, you don't want to seem like a stalker that you're like, oh, I looked at her Instagram.
Right.
I know exactly what you did this day. No, that's a little bit.
I think that girls do that so much more than guys.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, of course.
Oh,
exactly.
Girls straight up lurk your entire
girls
Instagram.
Have to, though.
See
girls
who you follow.
Because they got to make sure they can be safe.
follows you, and then on top of that, they'll Google you just to make sure you're not.
That's
like
why
do I hear
serial
pain
killer.
in his voice?
Well, that's why I want to be a little.
No,
bit
this is what they've told me. Like this is what
right,
happened.
right.
No, I swear to God.
But I was gonna
crazy.
say that's kind of want to play a little bit of devil's advocate. That's why, in my opinion, it was fucking easier back then.
Oh, dude,
And,
I need.
like,
It's
you were
not
saying too.
It's not even devil's advocate. I think it's.
Thank you, because he was saying it was harder back then. Because my whole point is this: number one is back then the dating scene pool was who you could physically meet, right?
Well,
so
I think it was harder for guys.
but I still disagree. I still disagree. Because
All right,
here's my
bring
point.
it on.
So as a guy, right, or as a girl, it doesn't matter who you're trying to date. If
Wait,
you are,
hold. Can I say something before you continue?
Wait,
you know what?
what?
I want to hear.
No. I'll tell you just the simple reason why it's harder to date as a dude today than it was back then.
Okay.
Because today a chick can get 10 different DMs from 10 different random dudes.
I was gonna bring that up.
A lot faster, and like we can honestly say all of our girlfriends in this room have gotten DMs from random dudes from
And they could
either
talk to these dudes at the same time.
Yeah,
Well, because that's my point too. Is like
you're more accessible to the people from your past and potentially your future through Instagram, through Twitter, whatever it may be.
Well, let me put it this way too, just to keep it simple as well. You go to a bar today, right, and you find a person that you think is attractive. That person will not even just Google you and have to know everything about you. So if your shit isn't fucking perfect, number one, that's a knock
What's your
on
credit
you.
score?
Number two, you're out there thinking, oh, I'm competing with everybody in this room. No, motherfucker, you're competing with everybody in LA County because that person's on Tinder or on Grindr, whatever the hell they're on. They're able to see everything and anything, and they get DMs from
I
other
don't know
people.
what Isaac's into.
Hey, you don't know what I'm into, baby. I'm money, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But anyway,
he's money.
What I was saying though is
Dude,
like,
they'll
yeah,
find your Experian credit score
Absolutely.
if you're below a 720.
Already
dude.
made that joke. Well, he did it better though.
he did. He called out the company.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's money over there.
hashtag not a sponsor, but can
Yeah.
be.
They'll do a full on fucking
Yeah.
security.
And another
background check.
aspect about it too is like I feel because of social media, texting, and all these things that a lot of us men, women, and people in general are starting to lose our touch when it comes to having a physical conversation with somebody.
Yeah.
Like to the point where like when you go to a bar or club or anything like that, and if there's a random person who you can tell is just able to have a decent conversation with people, they're labeled as like a charisma, like champion, wizard, god,
A master
whatever.
of some sort.
It's so out of the norm that
Yeah.
it's like that's the
Like
prime. Like
people randomly coming up to people and saying shit and talking
Yeah.
like every time I go to a bar or club, it's clicks and it is hard. Like I can walk past the same person all night and I won't say, look, or do a damn thing.
I'll be honest. If I was, single today, I'd be just like John Favreau. Like, dude, like I'm not gonna go over there. I'm not gonna.
Don't
talk
even
to this
fucking
person.
start, you good-looking piece of
Yeah,
shit.
bro, you're money, baby.
No,
Alexis doesn't
He's
have to
so
do
money,
it.
he
You're
doesn't even
so
know how money
money.
is, bro.
no.
You don't even gotta worry
You
about
put
it.
yourself
They'll
on
come to you.
fucking. You change your status to single on your fucking on your Instagram
bro.
today.
Isaac's coming straight for me.
Bro, John-
Okay, it's over.
He's a fucking young Keanu
Isaac's-
Reeves looking motherfucker.
Isaac's
It is
already
okay talking
coming for
shit.
you.
Stop it, guys.
Okay. Those cheeks,
Bro. Hey, those rosy cheeks right now.
Stop,
You
I'm
blushing.
Dude, oh my god, with that.
blushing.
He's like, I don't think I'm good looking. I don't think I'm good looking.
That
Guys,
wouldn't work,
stop it.
fellas. I couldn't even walk into a bar. Come on.
Yeah.
He thinks
But-
he's Favreau, but he's really a fucking Vince
He's-
Vaughn.
he's
Jesus
Trent, bro.
Christ.
You're
He's
team
so
money,
money.
dude. You're team money. Okay.
He's so money.
Appreciate it, babies. Appreciate that.
I think I saw you said.
But
it.
you know
Shed a
what?
tear.
I do see what you guys are saying. Okay, I do kind of get it that it could be easier today than it is back then. But I still feel like definitely women have that edge over the men. And I guess that maybe
women
that's
have
always,
always
right?
had
Women have always had it, bro. It's
Except
like,
in the 1940s.
Well, women deserve the. I mean, like, I'm not even trying to be a fucking feminist. Like, I am, but I'm
Look
not
at this
trying to
guy.
make
He
it.
loves women.
I'm not trying to make it about that shit, but women need the edge because at the end of the day, women are the ones who are fucking risking it all.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm going home with somebody, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm rarely, if ever, like the only time would be like, I'll be honest with you. If you go to South America and you try to fucking find a random girl, you better be
America.
careful because you're gonna get drugged.
That's true,
But
man.
anywhere here in LA
That's
County,
happened.
Orange County, like I'm not like if I was single and I was on Tinder or any of these other apps or whatever, and I'm meeting up with a girl, 9 out of 10 or 99 out of 100 times, I'm not fucking worried. I'm not worried how expensive the bill might be. I'll be worried about how much gas I'm gonna spend, but I'm never fucking carrying a
Yeah,
taser.
you're
or
never
anything
fearing for your life.
else. No. So if they're fearing for their life, they get to hold the
Yeah,
cards.
you're fearing
And I'm
for the
cool with
bill.
Yeah.
that. Exactly.
It's
Yeah,
like $80 minimum now,
No, yeah, I don't think this is a conversation about who has it easier. It's definitely like in the 90s, that time, dating was a lot more like it was more of a commitment because it's like imagine you don't have Uber. You know, maybe you don't got money for a fucking taxi. You decide to go out with this guy. He picks you up in his car. You're there till the fucking end of the night. So it's like, that's a big commitment. And then even for the men, it's like, yo, what if this doesn't work out? Whatever. What are you going to do? Abandon her? So it's like, nowadays, you call fucking Uber. You hit up your friend, call her, tell you to pick you up, whatever. Dude, there's so many.
And here's the thing, dude,
and it's more
ladies
casual.
always have one friend that has their location at all times.
Absolutely.
And they tell their
true.
friend, if they're going to go on a date, they're like, hey, man, if I texted this one thing, you come fucking save me.
So you better be around.
Yeah.
There's a feature on iPhone now, I think, where it's like you put it on alert mode or some shit.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
What does this do? Like,
Is that why you haven't got an iPhone yet?
Danger.
Hey, that was money, baby.
That's money. There you go.
Motherfucker, it's for the girl's phone, not mine.
But I guess it's kind of like when we were doing the Before trilogy, that issue with communication back then, where it's like you can't stay up to date with each other back in the 90s because it's just there's no social media, and then it's the same thing here during the time of swingers, where it's okay, like this guy's waiting to talk to his girl who he hasn't seen in like 6 months, but nowadays it's just like, oh, like what is she doing? Like I can see it.
Yeah, you're like, oh, she's moved on. Okay,
No, but you
I'm
get
over
blocked.
it.
Unless
Bye.
you get blocked.
Unless you get blocked.
Yeah. But that dude looked like he would get blocked.
Oh yeah.
No, yeah, but
fast.
but that's the thing though. Like
Immediately.
even now in a modern era, it's like the accessibility is so there that if it's like, oh, it's over. Like she blocked me, no longer responding to my texts, not looking at my stuff. It's like it's over. He's like, it's still the idea of like maybe she might still call me because
George,
he has
from
no
personal
idea.
experience?
No, it's the fucking movie portrays it.
No,
She
but
literally
I
wanted to call
understand
him.
that point. Yeah, no, absolutely. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like it's the accessibility being there and then immediately taken away would, in my opinion, give that vibe of like, okay, I get to move on.
You kind of know now in a modern day, but I also hate how like just casual everything is now, because it's like you're literally meeting someone that potentially you want to date or whatever, be your partner, and you're on a fucking dating app for it, and it's just like.
But I think that depends on the place of where you find your partner. I think it's different. Like if you're going on Tinder, you're going for like the one night stand. Let's be fucking for real. But if you meet,
Let's be real, fellas.
like if you meet your
I've
girlfriend,
met people that have been in committed relationships off like relationship apps.
Same
happens.
here, actually.
It's not
one,
common, but
one of
yeah, I
my
think
buddies
it does.
married a girl off.
No,
that.
yeah.
Oh shit, no way.
I'm not saying it doesn't happen.
It happens.
I'm just saying the likelihood of you finding.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's
Yeah.
what's interesting though, is because nowadays that's like honestly what it is. Like every time I've talked to people who are like, I think any younger than me, like there's a couple friends from like my girlfriend, they're mostly younger than us. They all have most of their relationships start off of some dating app. Like it's either that or unless you have a friend of a friend kind of deal.
Yeah,
Like that's
I'm
just
kind
what
of
it
glad
is.
we all met our significant others like in real life. Like
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
sure how Nick
Yeah.
met.
Yeah, mine was
your
in
girlfriend.
college. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Alexis
mine was
met
in
his
high
in high
school.
school. I
I
met
went to
mine
that
at a
high
night
school.
out.
Yeah.
Isaac met him through his best friends.
Yeah.
and your girl went to our high school. Funny
yeah.
enough.
No,
Yeah,
random,
and I went there
very
too.
random.
Yeah, Nick too.
We're all money.
And then Gator swooped in on his best friend's sister. Just
Hey, don't be jealous.
I'll keep that in. I'll keep that in.
Hey, wait, don't be jealous that you could have done it off Alexis' sister.
hey, what
Hey,
the
bro.
fuck?
Yeah, I already
is
have a
up with
sister.
Exactly.
Hey, bro.
Exactly.
Hey, Andre's got
I'm
a
like,
cute
damn it,
ass.
Andre.
Or Nick's sister.
Hey, my brother's single. You can hit him up. I ain't judging.
Damn.
You.
Dude, how long has he been single?
Hey,
Yeah.
let's
We don't
cut
talk about
that out,
that.
baby.
Wait, it's
Does he listen to
That
us? He
wasn't
doesn't
money,
listen to
baby.
us. He doesn't listen.
He listens. He's like, you guys are fucking assholes.
You guys are calling someone out by name, and there's like 3 of them in the entire county of LA.
I know, right?
like, just
That's a very
mention it.
unique name.
His name isn't Jose, bro. What the fuck?
I'll bleep it out.
There you go. Bleep it out. I like that.
Yeah.
Bleep it out.
But yeah, dude, like I really like this movie just because you can kind of see it's like a little time capsule of what it used to be, and it's nice because it's a little time capsule of LA, and there are a few spots that I saw where they showed in the beginning.
You know what
that I'd go to. I still go to.
You know what I thought would be was fucking hilarious? This movie was like, this place is fucking dead. Let's leave. Even though there's like fucking people
that
around.
guy.
It was the fucking the comedian guy or whatever.
No, it was the actor.
Yeah,
It was the
Charles.
actor
Yeah,
buddy.
The one that kept saying he had
Oh,
a
yeah,
roll in the
Charles.
morning or some shit.
Yeah, he's like, nah, man.
He's like, this place is dead. I got to roll tomorrow anyways.
I got a pilot tomorrow.
Yeah, this group of friends, like they all had personality, and that's wonderful.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
No, yeah, I was just gonna add. I mean, one of the characters we haven't really talked much about is Rob. I mean, his buddy from New York. Like at first, you could tell he was kind of just mesmerized with the whole lifestyle and stuff like that. He kept talking about this potential audition he had for Goofy, and he was just mentioning he was like, "Oh yeah, I don't know
for
if
Disneyland.
if I'm really excited or whatever, but for it." But towards the end, he kind of opened up to him. He was like, "Yeah, I'm fucking bummed I didn't get it because it's like any opportunity is an opportunity when you think about it." And then he kind of went back at Mikey and said, and like that message is also so powerful, and I think like. That's something I resonate with sometimes. Like when I realize what I'm going through, I'm like you're so busy fucking getting in your head about what you don't have, you forget to look at what you do.
Yeah, you kind of stop enjoying everything else. That's like sometimes you look back and you're like, shit, this is what I've wanted for the longest. And now it's here and I'm looking for more. It's like, what?
And I feel like the simplicity of how they live their lives, like you could see someone like Trent who always is grateful for what he has. Like he lives his life talking to people, making interactions, doing what he can to further his career, but at the same time, not letting any setbacks get in his way of enjoying himself.
Well, you can actually tell that about him in the beginning of the film when they hit Vegas and they're like, oh, dude, like we're so money, we're going to get some honey, this and that. And then you go and it's just all like old people. And he's like, no, like this is cool, man. Look, like we got to start this way. Like he's just looking at the bright side of everything. And that's I love that.
That's Mr. Brightside right there.
That's Mr. Brightside.
Yeah, no, it's hilarious. They go on a Vegas trip with $300, and
they lose 200 like immediately.
Yeah, Favreau has, and then it looks like Vince didn't have shit. He's like, "Oh no, I came with $50. You're complaining you got 300." It's like, fuck off, dude. Yeah. Let's enjoy this shit.
But I think it also just goes to show the kind of person that Trent was throughout the film, because coming in with so little money, not caring about the location and trying to focus mainly on just having a good time. Like that's when we were talking about like his whole persona of being able to pull and get dates and stuff like that was because he was so in the moment and just having a time of his life that he could that shit got contagious. People want to be around him. People want to talk to him. Everybody, wherever he came,
he was the life of the party.
He was like the life of the party. Yeah.
And you know what? For any listeners out there who maybe feel like they're down in the dumps, who probably relate more to Mike. Be more like Trent.
Or you know what?
Find your money, baby.
Yeah,
find your Trent.
Yeah.
Find your because
you are money.
Because there's a couple of Trents out there. You just gotta look for them, man.
Oh yeah. But find your inner Trent first.
No, yeah, you don't gotta find a Trent.
No, man. We're all Trent.
We all have a little Trent.
Be the Trent.
We're all a little money.
No, that's not what I'm trying to say. I'm just saying it's a little bit easier when you have a Trent around.
Who's Trent here?
We're all Trents. Okay.
So there you go.
But look at
you go.
We're all money.
But there's different levels of Trent.
Right. Big T or small T.
Yeah.
Mid T maybe.
Yeah. George, you haven't said anything the whole fucking podcast.
Yeah, George. Man.
Dude, you usually tell me to shut the fuck up. I swear to God.
Yeah. But we never mean it, and you actually shut the fuck up.
Bro.
I feel like this movie is for you.
It's been a long ass day. I literally got here straight from work.
We all did,
I did too. I had to go pick up the food. All right?
That's a first.
Look who's talking.
Wow, dude. That's
Look
fucking
who's
great.
talking.
Guys, this conversation isn't money anymore.
Your money,
it's not money anymore.
He's at $40 on Taco Bell. Okay,
let's get back, babies. You know what's coming up
it
next?
Was 50.
Letterboxd reviews. Okay, so this one's actually by a few of our followers on the Letterboxd.
And thank you for following us, by the way.
Yeah, we really appreciate it. Even though they have no idea we're gonna choose their review, but that's the fun part.
We'll let them know,
and they will know.
Oh, this is a simple one. Drew Hughes, 4 stars.
Ooh.
He watched this in 2020.
Okay.
He says the perfect film to bring in the new year.
Honestly, it's a good movie.
Well, actually, let's get to that because when at the end of the film, right?
They reference a date.
Mike is money, and they reference a date when he
call him Riz God.
When he's supposed to call Lorraine.
Lorraine, played by Heather Graham.
He's
gorgeous,
waiting 2
absolutely
days.
Gorgeous. He waits 2 days, and what day did he mark on the
December
calendar?
12th.
December 12th, and today is
December 12th.
Because what are we, baby?
Money.
That's what I like to hear, baby.
And he doesn't even have to wait. She calls him.
She calls
on
him.
the
He's
11th.
rizzed her, dude. He rizzed her with that
He's
dance.
evolved. He's grown.
Yeah.
And he hangs up on his ex.
Yeah. Anyways, Drew Hughes, my man, your money.
But Drew, hey, before we move on, Drew Hughes, you're absolutely right. This movie is fucking phenomenal as like a end of year type of thing. When you're ready to start making some resolutions for yourself, you're like, I'm gonna be money, baby. I'm just like Mikey. I'm gonna turn it around and be myself. I'm gonna be money.
Be yourself. Hit the gym, and you're fucking good to go. But
This is a good movie for that.
Little pump.
Little
All right,
pump.
Drew Hughes. Thank you, baby. Next. Who do we have? This is funny. This guy, his name is Ronnie Darko Synagogue Kurtz. 3.5 stars. He saw this 2021. Oh, the script, the performance is so money, baby. Just so money. Favreau going through that phone call scene and seeing him fail miserably, not so money. But still incredibly entertaining. Ronnie Darko Synagogue Kurtz. That's money.
Absolutely. That brought it down a tier. Yeah. I agree with him.
That was rough.
You know what?
That was rough.
Money,
fucked me up.
That review was money. I like it.
Yeah, and listening to the movie commentary, even Vince Vaughn was like, dude, like I can't, like this is a scene that's really hard to look at because it's just so cringy. But, you know, it's important to see that.
Yeah.
It's important to fail.
I mean, when you're down bad, you're down bad. That's could be like
man.
that sometimes.
When all the Riz or mojo comes out of you, man.
Right, the mojo.
You don't got it, man.
Don't forget about the mojo.
Hey, well, sometimes you're down in the dumps, but hey, all you got to go from there is up. It's not going any lower.
Okay.
Been there, all right?
Thank
Jesus
you, Ronnie.
fucking Christ, Isaac, why are you laughing so hard at
that?
All right, next one. This is by Darcy Thorpe. They give it a 3.5 star. A painfully honest rendition of male friendships and the accidental portrayal of the tantalizing truth of their view on women. Okay, yeah. You know what? This movie
very sexist.
definitely objectifies women, like
The entire time.
by the first second.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, especially the way they talked about like the waitresses and any of the servers in Vegas and stuff like that. Even the way they treated the waitress inside the diner scene, it was extremely sexist. And it's painful to me because I don't like movies necessarily, and I try not to judge movies just because of what they did in the past. Obviously, watching it in 2023, almost 2024, you look at shit like this and you're like, yeah, the jokes of objectifying women or saying like racial stereotypes and shit like that just fall flat. They're not as funny.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're a little overplayed and overdone. Movies, I agree with the review. I mean, definitely objectifying women in this and definitely sexualizing them. You know, they're just tantalizing objects for the main characters. But we got to remember the timepiece. And while we can acknowledge that's not okay, I don't think it's fair to judge it as if it was made today.
No,
I 100% agree.
No, I 100%. I'm like, it's kind of an asshole move if you just like if you're gonna put your own personal views into what's going on to the movie and not even pay, like the moment you're like,
so then why'd you
this is fucked up?
Why'd you rate Talladega Nights low then?
Oh, that's how I feel.
That's literally that's fucking what you just said.
Hey,
that made.
He's like, hey, I'm
You
not
said
money.
that you
Sometimes
you didn't like that
Sometimes
movie.
he ain't money.
Sometimes you're money, sometimes you ain't money, okay?
Hey, you gotta keep it consistent, bud.
George, you don't want to keep consistent on this podcast. Me fucking you up, okay? You're talking too much.
Hey, you know what? That's money, baby.
Which one is it?
Which
Talk
one
too
is it,
much,
man?
talk
Come on,
too
come on,
little.
fellas.
Regardless,
but
we thank you for your review.
I agree with Nick though. Like, I think that all that kind of fell flat, especially now in a modern era. But like, that's not what the movie's about.
Yeah.
Like, you look deeper and you realize it's about finding your own self-empowerment, picking yourself fucking up, and working with what you got and being happy despite all the things that you don't have, and really cherish everything that you do. You gotta stop and look around every once in a while, and you gotta enjoy the fucking moment.
Yeah, and I
like,
think
live in
This
it.
movie's also about, you know what? Brotherhood.
And you know what?
That
To
it
some
is, that
fucking
it is.
extent, I'm sorry, but nobody's fucking hiding that Trent's a player. Nobody's fucking hiding that Sue's a player.
He's not saying
Like, nobody's pretending like these guys are good.
Actually,
men.
if anything, I think Mike is the one that's kind of like, dude, like that's rude. Like,
Yeah,
you shouldn't
he
be,
was the one
you
who's like,
shouldn't be treating
don't
women
fucking-
like
Yeah,
that.
there was a lot of scenes where he's like,
Yeah.
"Hey, what the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah, and then Trent's like, bro, like you gotta quit being so respectful to these girls. Like they don't like that shit, man.
Yeah.
Like, they'll see right through it.
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
like the whole
No, yeah.
that was the beginning of negging and then fucking shit like
Yeah,
that. When
yeah,
they were
yeah.
like, oh, you have to like be a little negative towards them, and that's how they want it.
Mhm.
But at the end of the day, we don't do that shit no more.
no,
It's
yeah,
totally-
all that was stupid. Even back then, it's just kind of like, all right, like, do you want to be that fucking douchebag
Yeah,
and people
exactly.
to like you
Yeah.
just because of those reasons?
But
Like,
I
no.
guess you know what? Now that we're talking about that, it's nice that they can acknowledge that, hey, this is fucked up, but this is also like real.
Exactly.
This is what we got to do to get into the zone.
Right.
Right.
And some people, they're gonna be receptive to it, and sometimes they're not, and they're just looking for the people
Like
that are.
this kind of reminds me of like there's a famous Sam Jackson interview talking about Quentin Tarantino and how he uses the N-word in his movies, and he himself has said it in his movies, and he's like you think Quentin is like racist because he has said the N-word in a movie. Well, this is the man who has made me one of the smartest and most dominant characters in most of his movies that he's ever put me in. A black man. he's made me one of the coolest, most badass people in Pulp Fiction. And even when he gave me a negative role like in Django, I played a key role. And yeah, I was one of the most despicable black people to ever exist in movies, but
Uncle Ruckus, dude.
Exactly. But it was it was a super amazing role that he got to play. So it's like it's such a fucking hard thing to do in film. It's like you can't always be like good and nice. Like sometimes you got to do some edgy shit. And
but I think what works in Quentin's movies, and the reason it's always worked, and the reason I think it's acceptable, is because it's always been period pieces.
That's true too.
He's never.
Makes sense.
He's
but
never.
Why exactly? Why isn't this a period piece? It's the fucking 90s. You're gonna tell me this shit didn't happen?
That's why. Yeah, but that's why they did it.
I also do think
but that's why.
Like,
that's
why. Sorry, go ahead.
That's why it was acceptable for them to do all this
sorry,
stupid
baby,
shit.
That wasn't money.
Baby.
Hey,
let's stay money, okay?
All right.
Let's stay in the money.
But
Yeah,
exactly. So
sorry.
you agree, which we all agree. It's like
Yeah.
I respect your review. I forget what.
Darcy Thorpe.
Darcy Thorpe, thank you for your review. But we gotta also look at it like the timepiece that it is. It's the 90s. Somebody remakes this movie now and does it exactly the same. I'm sure there will be a whole lot more of, hey, we don't talk to women like that and stuff
Me
like
Too
that.
would come right out
Absolutely.
of you.
And I would probably be there too. I'd be like, hey, come on,
Yeah.
it's not as
All
funny.
right, clean it up, buddy. Come on, you can do better. Don't
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That wasn't money, baby. Come on, baby.
Point well made, fellas.
Be an asshole. Okay.
Point well made. Okay, let's go on to the next one. Let me try to find one more. Oh god, this is a long one.
The fact that you didn't have these ready isn't.
Sorry, man. I'm sorry. Hey, I was the pizza, babies. The pizza.
Hey, you're
It's
still
okay,
my
baby.
baby.
We forgive you. You're still money.
Okay.
You're still
All right.
money, baby.
This one. This guy, his name is Watching a Movie. That's a good Letterboxd name.
Yeah.
He saw it February 23rd, 2023.
Ooh, baby.
This is a fresh one.
Okay.
Holy
All right. Oh man, this is. I'm gonna skip. I'm just gonna run through it.
Yo, that's an
Give me the
essay.
cliff notes, baby.
Okay, this movie is pretty much just about a dude who hangs out with his friends, but I'm also a dude who occasionally likes hanging out with my friends, so that's good enough for me. I think that describes us as well,
Hey, you know
doesn't
what?
it, boys?
It's like, almost like four guys watching one film.
And hidden between the quick 90 minutes of guys being dudes, or dudes being guys, is actually a pretty poignant story about moving on from heartbreak, finding confidence, and supporting your friends. That sounds beautiful.
That's what it's all about, baby.
Okay, now he's talking about the director, Favreau. Okay. I'm keeping everything pretty half-baked here because the lads and myself have
Pretty
very,
head This fucking 20 paragraph long.
a very popular 22. Okay. I don't know what this guy's saying. Okay, at the end, but Swingers is much more heartfelt than edgy, which was a surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. Yeah, I think he kind of like summarized.
No, he hit it on the mark.
What was
the
Yeah,
rating,
it's
baby?
fucking solid.
This guy gave it a 4 stars.
4 stars.
Four
Four stars.
Valid.
I mean, there's not much else to say. He
Yeah.
covered it all.
Watching
Really
a
good.
movie, watched a movie,
Yeah, he watched the shit
and
out
we
of the
also
movie.
watched the movie.
Can I add something? I think would also help this movie be a little bit more impactful for us. That's because we're those dudes fucking. We were at one point. We were those dudes that are in the fucking like cinema, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I know.
and we all went through something like that. You know
Yeah.
what? The boys always got us out of it, man.
Yeah, you know, I went through heartbreak in high school, and you guys were always there for me,
I was there.
telling me I was a piece of
Specifically
shit.
Nick.
No, you are a piece of shit.
I'm still a piece of shit. It's true.
Hey,
But you're still money.
Hey, but you are a piece of shit.
Thank you.
Baby.
And
It's
you're
all
rep-
good intentions.
And you're wrapped in
Yeah.
dollar bills and hundies.
Sounds
you're
like
money,
to me,
baby.
Hundreds.
Hundies.
All right, fellas. I think we know where we're going now. What's your rating?
Rating? 5? No, I'm just kidding.
I was like 5 stars.
No, I give it like 8.5.
8.5.
Ooh, I love it,
Hey,
baby.
that's
Yeah.
I love
money,
it, baby.
What the fuck?
Give me the why. Give me the why.
Yeah.
The why?
It is like
I'm gonna
That's
be
a-
honest. I'm gonna be
high
honest.
one.
The reason I like this because you know what? It's a movie about a couple of dudes trying to get one of their dudes out of this shit.
Couple dudes being
And
guys.
I think we've all done that to one of each other in this room, and
Mm-hmm.
it's very like, as much as like it's kind of a douchey movie for what it is, but it has a very powerful theme
Mm-hmm.
and has a very powerful point. And we saw a Riz Lord out of nothing, you know, and he did it. Okay, he danced the shit out of that chick. Okay, and
Oh,
he got
man.
that. He got.
Yeah.
She called him the next day, the next morning.
Almost immediately.
Yeah,
And even her friends were telling her, "Hey, you gotta wait the
I
2
thought being a
days."
fucking weirdo, dude.
She couldn't wait.
She said, "Nah, fuck you guys.
No,
I'm
no,
doing
no.
me."
He's like,
I'm
I want that
money."
sharp ass chin,
Before he turns it to this,
chef.
bubble buster over here.
Hey, you put some respect on that man. All
Hey,
right,
John
He's
Favreau-
Been, He's been carrying the MCU single-handedly on his fucking back.
That's bullshit, George. You don't know what you're talking about, all right? He's carrying the Star Wars universe.
Yeah, coming from Alexis.
Okay.
It is a Star Wars universe.
Yeah, but Alexis also likes She-Hulk.
He only.
So I don't know.
Hey, that was half decent.
It was half decent, wasn't it?
It was.
Hey, Megan Thee Stallion was in there. I gotta give it points for that.
Hey,
I vomited.
Okay,
baby, it's
8.5.
The whole Kang thing.
8.5.
Yeah.
George.
I liked it because of the story where it's really those values of friendships with males, supporting each other no matter what, getting you out of the slums. I feel like I can relate to that a lot. You know, my friends have helped me out through hard times, and that message is really clear, beautiful. I didn't really like the rest of it. You know, the sexualization of women, these different things where it's like he's so douchey. It just kind of it's a lot. And then I mean that whole scene with the fucking the voice recording, all that
hurt.
brought it down a tier.
Yeah.
No, it hurt. I mean, it was just hard to watch.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. Just overall, I really like the dialogue in some scenes, but some of it kind of fell flat for me. So I did like the whole image he was trying to portray, but other than that, not my favorite film, but very quotable. So I'll give it
yeah. What are you gonna give it,
I'll
baby?
give it. I started off at a 6.5, but it went up after this podcast. So
Really?
7.
You're a fucking
7.
jackass.
Damn, this time George is the hard rater. Can you believe that?
Bro, George is hard.
George is half asleep, is what it is.
Yeah, this guy is not money.
Not money.
Not money
Hey,
right
what
now.
the fuck?
That
If
review.
you were money,
Hey,
now he's
That
not
movie
money.
was.
This
This
is one of
review
your
was
friends
nice,
bringing
man.
you up.
Hey, okay, fine. Your money, but that score wasn't money. Bro.
Yeah, there we go. There we
All
go.
All right, baby.
All right.
All right, babies.
Babies.
I'm gonna talk now. Okay, babies. All right. In my opinion, this film blew my expectations out of the water. It was phenomenal. I think, and you know what? To talk about that little cringy scene, that's the point. And it did a phenomenal job of making me want to kill myself. Which, to be fair, isn't hard.
Unalive.
Unalive. You want to KO yourself.
You can bleep that if you want. I wanted to KO myself because I was just so upset at what the fuck Jon Favreau was doing.
It hurt.
But
it hurt me in turn.
That's
I got
the
anxiety.
Fucking
watching
point.
that.
That's like watching a scary movie and being like, "Oh my god, I almost shit myself." Like, yes, that's what's supposed to happen.
No, it's supposed to be feel good, not my fucking make
Not
me
shit
feel
myself.
like shit.
Well, scary. Well, I'm saying like in a scene where they were trying to portray cringe,
No, I get what
they
you're
killed
saying.
it.
Yeah.
You know, the scenes that they were trying to portray brotherhood, they killed it. I agree with you. There were some scenes that didn't really do much for me. Like the diner scene was whatever when he started like saying I'm the asshole or whatever. Started all of a sudden making Trent way too douchey. You know, he was already douchey enough with like the womanizer thing. So that brought it down a little bit. But I got to go with at least a solid 8. It could even get to an 8.5 maybe after listening to one more, but I'm at an 8. This movie was phenomenal. I love the indie vibe with small cast, just like we talked about the Before trilogy. It's just so good.
It's so money, isn't it?
And the pacing was amazing. Like, even though I think it probably happened over a few days.
I think it was a few days. Yeah.
It felt like it was a few days. It didn't.
It felt like it was an hour and a half.
Yeah, it felt great. Yeah.
No, the pacing was good.
Yeah. I guess now it just boils down to me, huh?
Yeah, baby.
I can't really say too much more.
Give me the money, host.
I mean, it's just a solid movie. Like you said, it does remind me of that Before trilogy vibe where it's just people being people.
Exactly.
And, we can definitely relate. Like we've said it again and again. It's just these guys could be us and we could be them. And for that, Swingers, I give it an 8.5.
Wow,
money, baby.
8.5. You and me, Isaac, we're on the same page here.
Y'all should kiss, bro.
Oh
Boom.
my god, big sloppy one. You should see the fucking
the
lips
fucking
on this
mics.
big boy right here. Gator, Jesus.
Hey.
And so, if we average our scores together, and you don't have to worry about rounding this time.
Oh, George,
Okay.
that's
George,
complicated
You
shit
do not
right
have
there.
to worry about
Hey,
that.
no, fuck you guys. It wasn't me. We'll pull it up. It was Nick that couldn't round up, but
you
he's the
know what?
engineer.
Hey, you're not being very money right now,
Yeah,
okay?
that's not money. You know,
I don't
you're
like
not
being
supposed to
called
bring
out.
your friend down, okay? That's not money.
The thing is,
But all of a sudden, when it's
Hey,
about
well,
you,
hey,
Nick,
well,
you just pointed some
the
fingers.
guy's an engineer.
I got
I
most
would
of the
believe.
brain
I
in
trust
my
him.
ass, bro.
I trust him. All right.
All the brains going to my ass, okay?
I'm gonna pull up that specific audio.
Pull it
and-
up, Georgia. Till you get
Fuck
fucking
yeah.
hard
Yeah.
facts.
I'm going to edit it out.
All I
You'll
heard
never
was-
find it. You'll never find it.
Exactly.
Fuck.
Just to gaslight this guy. But all right, 4 guys, 1 film. We give it solid 8. It's a great
Not bad.
It's a great movie.
That's a great
bad.
score.
It's a great
And I
movie.
guess this was Four Guys?
No, it's not over.
Oh, okay.
It's
Fuck
not
you.
over. Come on, man. We
So we got one more shout out for our boy.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. I forgot.
But I just wanted to say, this movie's great. If anybody out there hasn't seen it, please watch it. I mean, we saw this, years ago, and I remember loving it. And, years later, I still love it.
Yeah.
It's a movie you gotta watch with the boys.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta watch
you
with
know
the
what?
boys. Hang out.
I definitely could say this. I think it was more. If I would have watched it for the first time today, at 27 years old, I think I would have. I think I would have really loved it. Like,
yeah.
I think I would have been a 9 or a 9.5.
Wow.
Yeah, but
so when you watch movies multiple times, it just goes down for you.
Yeah, because then I'm like, I know exactly what happens. Like, in that, like,
it takes away a little bit of the movie magic.
Like, I'll still. It won't. I'm like that. Not that one. I'm like, oh, don't tell me the fucking spoilers and shit.
Right.
Like, if somebody tells me what's going on in the movie, it doesn't spoil it for me. But if I've seen it like two to three times, it ruins the movie.
I actually agree with Isaac. Yeah, sometimes there's some movies that I cannot watch more than twice. I'm just like, fuck that. Like, even if they're good movies, it ruins it for me.
No, it's tough movies to watch. I mean, even something like we're not gonna get into it right now. But yeah.
Well, I don't know. For me, when I watch movies again, I don't really care so much about what's happening. It's more like the feeling, and when I get that feeling replicated like time and time again, like it doesn't change the score.
You know what always feels really good? When you have a movie you really like and someone hasn't seen it and you're just like happy to share it with them.
Well, that's how I felt with Nick.
Hey, George, so when are you going to bring one of those movies?
Hey, we just watched fucking The Secret Life of...
You're the only one who hadn't seen it.
You know what? It is a little frustrating. It feels like you and Alexis have watched every fucking movie out there. Like,
how the fuck are you going to blame this on me when you watch the most obscure fucking Japanese title?
Well, look, I try to bring new shit, and then you guys are like, nah, it fucking sucks. I was not the new shit
you bring is
Hey, baby, your money.
I liked
Just know that. Your money.
Good. Thank you, Nick. But hey, I brought a winner today, didn't I?
You did.
I brought a winner. Okay, but just a quick shout out to these guys on Letterboxd who have just commented and
we appreciate the support, man.
We do,
and the more you guys comment,
engagement, bro.
We'll try to reach out.
Yeah, I mean, here we have Angier Corleone, commenting on our reviews, and then a new follower, Tyler Ham, giving us some recs and also giving us some good feedback, and we really appreciate that. And we're not a very big podcast. We're not trying to be. I think this is just more for us, but it's nice to see that other people also enjoy it.
And we just want to give a voice to the people who don't even realize.
I'm so down to check out some of those recommendations.
Yeah.
Let's see what's up.
Yeah, Tyler
maybe
Ham.
we can make a podcast out of it.
He recommends the movies Lake Mungo, Darkwater, The House That Jack Built, The Wailing, and Come and See. And I've heard really good things about Come and See. And these are darker films, like he said.
Yeah,
these are darker.
I'm down
films.
with that. I like that.
So we're gonna have to prep for that.
I'm already Depresso Patronum, bro. I can do it.
Because I'm depressed and I drink Patron.
Oh,
but look at
Kanye, relax.
I think as we progress, we're probably gonna do more seasonal stuff to like match what's going on.
Yeah.
I think that would be a little bit more fun. So like these movies would be perfect when we go back into like October-ish, November, like where we.
Oh yeah. We don't wait a whole fucking year now, bro.
I mean, we got Valentine's Day coming up in a few months. You guys better be ready.
I'm always ready, dude.
Better be money.
I already got gifts ahead of time.
This guy. This is the guy.
Yeah.
But as we've said with each episode, follow us on Letterboxd. I think that's the best way to communicate with us. We have our email, 4guys1film@gmail.com.
Which none of you dicks have sent us an email, but whatever.
I know, it's cool. Whatever.
Well, not with that fucking attitude. You gotta be money, baby. You gotta be money.
Bro,
come on.
Hey,
be
nice
money.
And
soft right now, okay?
You can direct your hate mail directly at Isaac.
At Isaac, I know he's the most hated and loved a guy here.
I get that a lot.
Controversial.
Controversial, very controversial. Yeah. He could be worse.
Polarizing figure
for
sure.
Oh, dude, they've met me in real life. Holy shit.
My God. But yeah, we're also on Twitter a little bit where I fight with random people who say stupid shit on there.
All right. Well, thanks for the recommendations. Hit us up. Let us know what to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Give you some reviews.
And once again, this is 4 guys.
One film.
You're a fucking
There's money, baby.
Wait, let's do that again.
I wanted the last word.
Do that again.
You piece of shit.
All right, let's do that again. All right, guys, this is 4 guys.
One film.
All right.
Good night, babies.